Montenegro's state broadcaster has revealed that three-piece boy band Highway will sing at Eurovision 2016. Porig, is this gonna be coasting down the highway or a traffic accident?
Maybe just a learner driver. But first off, if you look at their looks, they're kind of very boy next door, maybe a bit rougher with a bit of stubble. So they're fine maybe in the looks department. Song-wise, they're very Balkan. The clip that was released with their press release was from some song competition during the summer where they came third, which was very unimpressive. So I went and looked at their X Factor performances because they came fourth in this year's series, which is how they became famous in the first place. And most of those, they're very Balkan. The lead guy is singing. There's the two on the guitars, which the guitars will become irrelevant once we get to Eurovision. And then they're doing backing vocals. And then most of their performances are in Montenegrin or some other Balkan language. But there's one where they cover Aloe Black's I Need a Dollar. And I wouldn't really recommend them singing English because they have very thick accents. And I'm not going to try and do an impression, but it's very thick and it'll be very distracting if they sing in English. But in a way, it's nearly like they've just gotten three Knezes or three Serges and put them in a boy band.
I don't know if they're going to take the highway to Stockholm or they're going back home on foot. I mean, I've listened to a couple of their live performances, as you say, in X Factor. It really sounded like not a traditional pop rock band with some very Montenegrin or Balkan roots. And I'll be honest, I haven't listened to their English accent, their English performance, so I cannot tell about that. But it sounds so, you can find it everywhere, every day. I mean, it's nothing new for me. They might do well if they get to compose a really astonishing song, which I don't know if they're gonna get to it. I don't know if they will hire like Zeljko Joksimovic to write for them a song, which, we all know him, but I don't know. I think they're just go there, do their best and promote themselves because they're young and whatever you want, but nothing else.
I think a lot of their songs come off as dated, and I don't know if this is a regional thing or what, but watching some of their rockier performances, it reminded me of Albania, Bladar, and Seljko, I think. Do you remember what I'm talking about? What was
2013.
That? Yeah, there you go. It sounded very 80s, aka not 2016. So that concerns me, and that seems to be their preferred genre. The fact that they love their acoustic guitars, electric guitars, whatever, and so it suits that style of music. But as Porig says, the guitars become irrelevant because you can't play instruments live on stage. I'm very concerned for them right now. I know one of the guys is the son of the director general of RTCG in Montenegro. No idea whether that influenced the decision to pick him or not. But yeah, things are not looking bright. Because, in the past 2 years, Zeljko Joksimovic has been their savior, giving them, songs that would appeal to the masses. I'm not sure he can write a boy band song that's going to appeal to the masses because that's not his thing. He doesn't do that.
And see, they're probably quite well known across the Balkans from being on X Factor Adria, or Adria, however you pronounce it. But I don't think that's going to help them much because we saw last year Daniel Kazmakowski, who won the whole show the year before, and he crashed out in the finals. So I don't think the X Factor brand might help them much either. The only thing is, I think most of their clips on YouTube, since they're from the X Factor, are cover versions. So I'm not sure if we've heard an original song from them yet. So that could be something to cling on to.
I'm going to tell y'all something. There are two Montenegrin acts that stand out to me. One is Andrea Demirovic, 2009, Get Out of My Life, Just Get Out of My Head, whatever. The second is Igranka with Husi and Nina. Was her name Nina?
Yeah.
That beautiful lady. What do they have in common? They had estrogen, ladies on stage. I'm kind of bored of Montenegrin men. I don't know if they have gotten rid of all their female singers or what, but I think they need to bring some female softness. Andrea was so close to qualifying, and with a Ralph Siegel song. Yeah. So, imagine what she could do with, a more modern song. I don't know where you stand on this, but I think it's time for a lady.
Yeah, and ditch the Balkan ballads. We need some Balkan pop. Because there's enough, and Serbia usually have the Balkan ballads covered, so we don't need any from Montenegro. Yeah, but Andrea and Nina Zizic, wasn't it?
That's right.
They did bring energy, and both of them finish 11th? Andrea definitely did, and Husi would have qualified with the public. So they need a bit of a modern twist. I think they're playing it safe because with the Balkan Ballads now, they've qualified 2 years in a row. So they're probably like, oh, that formula works, so we'll keep it safe. We don't want to take the risk, but the problem with that is people get bored.
Yes.
And the thing is, if you're looking for some authentic male realness, we already have Dow Bob, and he's better. He's a much higher quality act if you look at his back catalogue, and he's already whipping the three boys. So it's not looking good if they're already last out of 2 acts, and it's only October.
Bring back the spacesuit. I want some astronauts. That is what I want.